Couple of GPAR announcements. Easy Pay plan. If you guys want to participate in that, enrollment is still open for the Easy Pay plan. Sometimes that's a really great option for folks that spread their payments out for the dues that are due in January. Quite a few folks have taken advantage of that. It's kind of the easy way to kind of manage things. So if you're interested in that, Charlotte Corman from our team handles that. We've sent it out in an email yesterday, so you're welcome to enroll in that. Monday, 9:00 a.m., we have coffee talk with President Stephanie Biello. We're going to have a special guest with us. It's going to be City Commissioner Al Schmidt. Commissioner Schmidt is going to talk about how the city is preparing for the upcoming election in November. As we know, lots of different things are in play with that. If we think back to when the primary took place, a lot of polling places were closed. Voting by mail was an option for folks. So Commissioner Schmidt is going to give us the rundown as to what he and his fellow commissioners are doing to prepare for November. And he will field all of your questions, as well as those questions from President Stephanie. So we hope you will consider joining us Monday morning, 9:00. Email went out to everybody with that login information. With that, I'd like to introduce Jack Barry. Jack Barry, you know him. He's a great contributor to our GPAR community. Jack has served on our board of directors. He serves on the PAR board of directors representing GPAR. He's also the NAR director for GPAR. So Jack has his hands in a whole lot of things. He is a leader in so many different ways, not just with his business, but also in giving back to the Realtor community. So Jack, we cannot thank you enough. It was really great to see you on Monday, riding on Martin Luther King Drive on your bike. Good to see you getting some exercise in and enjoying a beautiful day on the drive. So anyway, Jack Barry, it is all yours now.
Thank you very much, Matt. And thank you, Donna, for all the work you do, because Donna really runs the whole place and everybody just calls and hollers at her and gives her shit all the time. Oh, I can't say that word. But I just do this so that I get those accolades from Matt, you know, and then I'm really done. I'm over it. But so this is about lead generation, right? Lead generation you can use today. I lead gen in every aspect of my life, right? I have to lead gen for business, of course, right? And I tell people that real estate funds my life. I only do real estate so that I can live the life that I do. So I need freedom, and real estate, I found for me, is a really great vehicle to fund my life. And the fact that I enjoy it and I have a lot of enthusiasm for it gets me to do things like this, which always gets me more business. It's amazing how that works, right? There's no coincidence. I do these things, people ask me to come, I go speak out in, wherever at PAR or out at other local, other associations ask me to come and do these presentations. And now it's easy to do on Zoom. And then I get referrals. They call me and go, hey, that crazy guy, I have somebody who's looking to buy a house in Philadelphia, or somebody my aunt's mother wants to sell her house in Philadelphia. Can you help them? And I'll show you how that works at the end of this with some of the emails that we get. And that's how we do lead generation. It's easier to attract business, right? It's easier to attract it than it is to go market for it, right? I don't want to have to go out. If I have to go out knocking on doors and calling people, that's effective. Make no mistake about it. And that's how I had to start for a long time. But I don't like it. I don't like calling people. I am on the personality profile assessment. I am a people pleaser who doesn't like people, and that could really, inhibit in real estate sales. So I have to modify my behavior situationally, and I've learned how to do that through all the trainings and all the books I read. So the most important thing for me every day is to be in the mindset to lead generate. I have to get in. I just can't wake up and go lead generate. It's not going to work long term. It'll work short term, but it will not work long time. And I want to get things done in such a way that they're just automatic and I don't have to think about it anymore. Today, for example, I woke up, I did a quick yoga, did some affirmations, a little meditation. I had a 7:30 meeting with someone, a business meeting in person. They came to my place. Then I had a 9 o'clock call for PAR, Pennsylvania Association for something on a legislative committee. And then I had an hour. And then at 10 o'clock, I went to the gym in my building, worked out for 45 minutes, came up, got a quick shower, do this. I have a 12:30 lunch. My day is set. I am taken out of my day, right? I got me out of the way. It's just my calendar is set and I just follow the calendar. When I start getting involved, like, oh, what am I going to do today? Oh, I think I'll go to the gym at 5. No, I won't. I'm going to get pizza and then go, oh, I can't go to the gym. So having the mindset every day is absolutely imperative. Like I said, I wake up, I do affirmations, and you could do these by, there's an app, or I actually write out my affirmations and I say things like, I'm a good son, I'm a good husband, I'm a good realtor, I'm a good, I'm a good mentor for my people, for my staff. I have some other businesses also. I'm a good employer. I'm a good brother. I'm a good uncle. No one is telling me these things. I have to say them to myself when I'm brushing my teeth, right? Then the last thing I do when I'm brushing my teeth is I ask myself, today, where am I going? How am I getting there? And who am I taking with me? Are you part of me going towards freedom, or are you going to be dragging me down? Because I like the people that drag me down, because then I don't have to do anything. I can just stop and idle. And I can't coast in my life. It's just not me. And someone told me once, you can only coast down. You can't coast up. And I don't want to go down. I know what down is. I've been selling real estate. August was 13 years. Got my real estate license in 2007. About 10 years before that, in 1998, I was homeless for 8 months. I lived on the streets of Philadelphia for 8 months. Today, I'm far from homeless. But that's because I actually took action to change my life. I couldn't wait for anyone else to do anything for me. They all left because I wouldn't take any of their suggestions or their help or their counseling. And it was only when I hit rock bottom that I was able to go, you know what? I don't want to die. I have to do something. And again, that's mindset. So I don't, and based on the fact that I was homeless for so long, there's certain things you don't worry about when you're homeless. You don't worry about money, American Express, IRS, phone bill. You don't worry about those things. Money doesn't become an issue anymore. And I think that has helped me in my motivation today, because it's not about money. Money is a tool that gets me my freedom. And when I look at it that way, somebody said, I had a tax problem. I made this big mistake because I thought I should do my own taxes because I'm an idiot. And, I made a big mistake, and it was a $60,000 mistake. 4 years later, the IRS is knocking on my door. I had an accountant and a lawyer, and then it's a $60,000 mistake. And my first thought was, well, I just have to go make $60,000. And that sounds like, I don't want you to think that that's easy, because it's not, but it's not hard. And that's how I think today. I just go do it. And I find people that are doing it, and they teach me, because success leaves clues. So when I put out to the universe today what I want to do, it usually answers me. So I have to be very specific. Where am I going? How am I getting there? Who am I taking with me? There's some people that get in my way, want to stop me. I have to move them out. The most effective tool after affirmations is the actual calendar. And I do my calendar on Sunday nights at 7 p.m. for the week. So lead generation, where's lead generation at? Like today is Wednesday. I think lead generation's this afternoon at 2:30 to 4 today. I try to do an hour to 90 minutes of lead gen a day, whatever that looks like. It could be Facebook, could be calling people. Usually it's video. I'm very, very effective at video. And mostly because everyone else doesn't want to do it. They're afraid of video. And that is a shame for all the people that are afraid of it. And it's really, really good for people like me, because I make 2 videos a day and we get results from it. Attraction rather than promotion. And people send us, they're sending us emails for business. I'll show you the 2 emails today. I've never met the people, and they're like, can you help us? We know you from this, here, there. So I make the calendar for the week. I have to schedule things like lunch in the gym and meditate and my family and call. It says call mom, and it says send text to John, my boyfriend, now my husband. Tell John thanks for being my husband, because I'm not easy to be around a lot because I'm go, 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 right? My grandmother said that I was heavy furniture when I was a little kid. And my grandfather said that I scared the fish. And that's true. They're not bad things to say. They're the truth. They just are. One of the best ways for me to hold myself accountable, because I am lazy and I'll do something until I figure out how to do it, and then I'll stop doing it. So I have these mastermind groups, these little tiny committees, and lead generation, especially now with Zoom, it's great. You could do this in your office. You could put out, if you're like, our office has a Facebook page, right? And I could say, hey, I need 3 lead gen partners for 9 o'clock, Monday, Tuesday, Friday. Who's in? I'm telling the world what I want, and the people that do will respond. And the people that don't, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care what people think about me. I need people because I know that I won't show up for me, but I'll show up for you. Definitely, I'll show up for you. And if I could sit there, and what we do is we have a Zoom open in my team, there'll be 3 or 4 of us, whatever the lead gen is that day. Like, so I think this afternoon it's Instagram. So we'll be working on Instagram on a Zoom, right? We're not necessarily talking to each other, but we're there and they're looking at us. So I can't be doing something else and I can't be making dinner or, whatever it is that how we like to be distracted. This makes me very, very focused and it works at a very high level. So I tell people, do the calendar, make the calendar, protect the calendar, and then find other people to get on your bus with you, right? Start the committee, start a little tiny mastermind, lead generation mastermind. We do masterminds for small businesses, people who have a business and are looking to get to the next level, maybe a social media for small businesses. That is where people need help. And they love taking a half hour, especially now with Zoom. They don't have to come to the office. We could do this really quick. I tell our clients this, and I tell everybody that I work with in my other businesses also. Statistics are the way that we measure things, right? How many sales have you done? What's your average sale price? How many leads do you need to get a closing? How many contacts do I need to get a lead? Most realtors are really good at the lead client portion of the sales process, of the sales pipeline. But my pipeline is suspect, prospect, lead, client. And almost everybody only wants to deal with the leads and the clients. They don't want to do with the cultivation part, which is the suspect prospect. And they're the people who make comments on Facebook, or they share your Facebook post or your Instagram post or your LinkedIn post. They're the things that we're really, really good at. And then we grab their information and make sure that we stay in constant contact with them. And that is unbelievable. It's called lead nurture. Suspect, prospect, lead, client. And then I can look at, where I work, we have a dashboard so that I can tell my business 3 quarters out how much business I'm going to do. That's pretty amazing. In a business like that we're in, we're 100% commission. I know 3 quarters out what I'm going to be making. And it's pretty on target today, because based on what I do today, of course, we know we don't get paid for about 6 weeks, right? My activities today are 6 weeks out. So when somebody calls me on Christmas and says, oh, it's really slow, I'm like, no, you stopped this like around Thanksgiving. You stopped working for the holidays. And you could always take it back to those statistics. The same way real estate with, we tell prospective listers on a listing presentation, this isn't my price that I'm telling you. This is what the market is doing right now. These are the statistics. And if everything says 400,000 and you want to sell for 500,000, we have a really big problem. And you probably need to go find somebody else to try to sell this house, because we're just going to be wasting our time. And there's going to be a lot of negative energy and a lot of negative friction. And then that falls into other parts of my life. And we don't do that. So we really strive to work with people, and all the people in my life, work, play, business, are all there because they have a positive and they want to move forward. Some people just want to fight every single step of the way, and they're not for me. I can't deal with that. I have family members that are like that. They just want to fight for attention. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. I can't do it. I will not do it. I move forward. My bus runs very, very quickly. It moves very quickly on a daily basis. And sometimes people fall off, and that's okay. That's just the course of life. but I do have to know that I need a really big funnel to come into a little funnel. So maybe if we contact 100 people, we're probably only getting 2 appointments out of 100. And if that's your number, that's not good or bad. That just is. And I have to be okay with that. And then I know, well, I need 10 contacts a week to keep my farm running, to keep my wheels running in my business. So that means I need 1,000 people to get 10. And that's just knowing your numbers just by tracking them. I urge people to have a social media calendar. The calendar is, will do things like, I'm going to show you this. Share my screen. Here we go. Host disabled participant screen sharing. Is Donna still here? Yeah, okay. I have all this in a PDF. So if you put your email in the chat box, I could email everybody all this stuff, whatever if you send me your email. The social media calendar says, okay, we're going to do Facebook on Mondays at 10 to 11.
Hey, Jack, do you want to use that for this right now?
Yeah, if you could do that.
Yeah. You want to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay. I will send the
It should be good
PDF
now.
no matter what.
Give it a shot now.
Okay. Screen share. There we go. There we go.
All right.
So this is just an example of a social media calendar. Facebook on Monday tells you what to do. Look, I honestly don't. I haven't had an original idea since I've been in real estate. This is all stuff that I found from other people. Success leaves clues, and I watch people that do things at a really high level that I like, and I just copy what they do. And this is a perfect example of that. Like, I'm not a Pinterest guy and I'm not a Twitter guy. And Google Plus, I don't even know if that's still a thing. But I'm very big on Facebook. Last year we did, for 2019, I personally did a little over $16 million from Facebook, all from Facebook leads. And that's all inbound. Like, we weren't like knocking on anybody's door. They all, either messaged us or called us or emailed us from our Facebook, all the efforts we've done on Facebook. Some people are really good at YouTube. Some people are fantastic at Instagram. Find what you are the most comfortable with and lean into that really, really heavy. Gary Vee is a great social media guy. If you just Google Gary Vee, he just watch some of his videos and see how he does it and how he talks. And that gets people really that jump on his bus. Guess what? He's not for everybody. And those people, good, go somewhere else. Now, in order to have the social media calendar to do things, we use something called Google Alerts. And a Google Alert is, you could just Google Alerts. I have Philadelphia real estate. You have to spell out Philadelphia. Philadelphia real estate. I have Philadelphia neighborhood, Philadelphia commercial real estate, and then I have my name. Everyone should have their name Google alerted in case someone says something bad about you. People will say good, then that's good, but you need to have reputation management, right? To be aware if someone says bad things about you or someone is trying to cancel you is the new word in our lexicon. So every day I wake up and I have 5 Google alerts in my box. The ones for, let's say, Philadelphia real estate, that will give me every single article that was written in the last 24 hours that say Philadelphia real estate inside of the article. And that gives me content for me to push out. Again, a lot of this stuff is not original. Nothing that I've had to sit around and go, oh my God, what am I going to write about today? It's simply not it. It's not the case. I'll show you. This is what the Google Alert is anybody using Google Alerts? Is that anybody have any success with that, or trying to? How do I do this? Okay. Anyway, so the Google Alerts will talk about, here we're talking about landlords and, how landlords are trying to entice renters. It'll tell you about some of the statistics, some of the neighborhoods that are moving right now. And I could just repost that in my LinkedIn or my Facebook and make a little comment saying, hey folks, is this happening in your neighborhood? Or do you think this is where real estate is headed? And I just become a resource for people. We talk a lot about taxes, about tax abatements, the LOOP program, and the LOOP is the long-term owner occupant program. It's a tax, you can get your taxes leveled for 10 years. You have the homeowner exemption, which is almost a $600 exemption for every owner-occupied homeowner. We're currently doing it. We moved into a condo last year, and only 22% of the people that live in the condo have the homeowner exemption, the homestead exemption. And so we're contacting all the people and telling them, hey, you get $600 a year off your taxes. That provides value to these people, right? I'm telling them who I am and how I do business. And that is pretty amazing, because now I'm top of mind for them, right? They know who I am, and they know that I am the real estate guy in the building. And that's very, very important to make me stand out to everybody else. The National Association of Realtors does a realtor survey or a consumer survey every year. And last year said that 81% of consumers, buyers or sellers, work with the very first realtor they come in contact with. Well, guess what? By me contacting all these people in my building, I'm telling them that I'm a realtor. And probably the last realtor that actually gave them anything of value. Some people do, they send mailers, they send handwritten letters to people, but most people throw that stuff away. Is it effective? Maybe. I mean, I guess if you only need one sale a year to make it effective, right? Then I like to have, I just don't have any patience. So I really want something that's going to happen very quickly. I need to see results. And I know that is not, in sales, again, it's suspect, prospect, it's a long-term, but I need to see the result. I need to see some type of result, something that I could go, oh my God, this is working. Let's do this bigger. Let's lean way into this. One of the best tools that every single one of us have at our fingertips is RPR. And RPR is every single realtor in the country has access to RPR. And this is it. That's just what it looks like. So you can put an address in, any address, in anywhere in the world, actually, that has an MLS. Let's just say in the Americas, North, South, and Central America. You can put an address in, and it will give you this little report. And I just email this, right? I don't do any of the work in it. I don't edit it. I don't refine it. I just send it out to the owner of 121 Sunny Avenue. This is my childhood home. We don't own it anymore. My mom still lives there. I send it out. I send this out to everybody that I know personally, and say, "Hey, I have the new app. Because that's what this is. What do you think about this?" And I send the do 10 of these a day. 10 of these a day. You're probably going to get appointments anyway. Because they'll say, they're either going to say, that's wrong, that's worth $100,000 more. Guess what? That is a win. That is a win. And I know this because one of the first times that we did this was about 3 years ago, 2017. We sent it to clients that had purchased the house 2 years previous. And we said, hey, we got this new app. The house was worth 1.4. It was in Chestnut Hill, 1.4 million. The wife right away emails back. Jack, if you can get me 1.4 million, I will sell this house tomorrow. We will be packed and ready to go. We need to downsize. It's too much house. We bought a 4,000 square foot house we can't have. It's just too big. We will buy a 2,000 square foot house. So they'll do a 1.4 million sale and they'll buy something else for like 600,000. That's $2 million in sale. And this is the best part. The next email was from the husband who said, stop sending these effing emails. My wife wants to move. That's a win. That is a win. That I provoked interest in them, right? I sent them something and they responded. That is a win, people. They raised their hand and they want to talk about us. Any objection whatsoever in sales, all an objection is a question they don't know how to ask. That's all. That's how I look at objections every time. An objection is a question they don't know how to ask. And so if you send these RPRs out, oh my God, I guarantee you will get business. And we send them out, currently, we send them out to every single one of our buyers in our database. I think we have 700 buyers over 14 years now. A team, I think. So we send this out twice a year to them, just as a contact point. Right? You need to keep contact with all of your database all the time. Right? We do in our system. We have 33 touch. We contact everybody in our database 33 times a year. Not only twice is a phone call. Sometimes it's this RPR. Sometimes it's a tax. This is how you get your tax rebate. Are you eligible for this? Do you want to get that? It's a birthday card. Here's a happy. On Facebook, we take photographs when you buy a house with us. We take a photograph of the closing. And hey, today's your 5-year house anniversary. Happy anniversary. On Facebook. Everybody else starts clicking it. You know what I'm doing? I'm telling everybody else that I sell real estate, and I sold it to your friends Rob and Blair. And maybe they know people that are looking to buy a house. And so then I get exposed on their Facebook page. And this stuff works really, really well at a very, very high level.
Hey, Jack.
Yes.
So folks, we just dropped into the chat a video that we did back in the springtime with RPR. So it's a training video that was done specifically for GPAR users. It's an introductory video, I would go ahead and say, as well as it starts to expand on some different things. So give that a look. If you just get yourself acquainted with that, it's a really, really super powerful tool and resource. So sorry, just wanted to interject that real quick, Jack. Check that out in the chat. That's the link to the video that we did back in the spring.
Yes, and it works anywhere, people. It works anywhere there's that MLS. I've used it in Puerto Rico. We're in Florida a lot, Maine a lot. I send these to people all the time, like, oh, wow, your house is worth this. And there people are like, what? Where'd you get that? That's not, no. I don't care what the response is. As long as there's a response, I win. That's how I look at it. As long as I get some type of a response. And just to go back real quick, I said about making a calendar and then use the social media calendar. You have Google Alerts, which give you the content, right? If you're not comfortable in the beginning making video or writing your own content like a blog post, you use the Google Alerts, and there is an app called Hootsuite, which is a scheduler. And Hootsuite allows me to take an article that I read in, I don't know, Philadelphia Business Journal or wherever it was, wherever I found it on that Google alert, and I put it in the Hootsuite and say, put this out on Tuesday at 3 o'clock on Facebook. Put this article on LinkedIn on Friday at 7 a.m. And so people think that I am on social media all day long, when in reality, we started at the beginning of 2020 to really try to only be on social media, all of it, for less than 2 hours a day. And believe me, that's not easy. But we've been doing that. You hear me?
Yes, yes. Not anymore. We can't hear you now.
Oh, there I am. Somebody.
There you go, Jack. You better.
Oh, okay. Huh. I must have muted myself. I don't know. I'm pressing buttons again. All right. Wait. Do we have any questions before I show you some some emails that we've gotten as a result of doing this stuff. Any questions from anybody? Wait, I have seen your chair.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
It's Leanne. When you flashed the screen onto RPR and you said what I couldn't quite catch what you said about those reports because you were kind of staticky and couldn't really hear. So what do you do with that, report there?
Okay, let me share it again. RPR, okay, screen share. Okay, here's RPR. So I had put in the address, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what comes up. This is the next screen after I hit enter. I just send this report up here, create report. And down here, I send it to the recipient, whoever it would be. In this case, it would probably, might say it was my mother, but I'm going to send it to me so I can show you what it looks like. Run the report. It, depending on what time of the day it is and how long, it'll actually tell you, right? So it'll be 2 minutes. When that populates, I'll send it to you. I'll open it up and show you what the report looks like. The report is, I love these reports because they hit all the personality types. There's a lot, there's so much data. There's some graphs, there's some charts. It's in black and white, it's in color. There's a lot of things about financial and taxes. There's little stuff about the neighborhood. There's stuff about schools. So it hits just about every single personality that you could have. You have the engineers, you have the accountants, you have the touchy-feely people, you have the view people. Oh my God, look at that view. And the other person is like, what does that view cost? And this report hits everybody. Now look, this says it's done, but I don't think it is. Okay.
So for instance, this 121 Snyder Ave, would you send it to the owner of 121 Snyder Ave or
Yes.
people that? Okay.
No, to the owner, yes.
Uh-huh.
So I use everybody in my database, right? Like if I was doing this today for the first time, I would send this to I would send it to all my family members and go, hey, I have a new app. What do you think about this? What do you think about this report?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And like my brother, I sent it to him. He lives in Cherry Hill. I'm not licensed in New Jersey. He said, this is wrong. It's $100,000 off.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? That's a win. He responded.
Okay.
And what he did say is, my neighbor's thinking of selling their house. You should send this to them.
Okay.
And I got a referral out of that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All I'm doing is telling people what I do. As realtors, we are so bad at telling people what we do. We're so afraid to be salespeople, that we don't tell people what we do. And I learned that in the beginning of my career when, like a year into real estate, my friend called and said, hey, Jack, I bought a house and I'm having a housewarming party and I want you to come. And I'm like, you bought a house? He said, oh, I forgot you're a realtor. And I was like, oh. And he's like, well, can you come to the party Saturday, 6 o'clock? I'm like, I don't know if I'll make it after the fire because I'm going to come burn your house down. But I hung up the phone and my mentor was sitting next to me, Mickey, and he said, that's your fault. He goes, you're doing a really bad job of telling people what you do. And he was right. He was absolutely right. So I've got to be out there in front of people all the time. I'm trying to see if this came through yet. Not yet. All right, any other questions?
Hey, Jack, we got a request to see that social media calendar one more time.
Yep, there you go. Did we see that? Can you see that? Do I have to change the screen every time? Okay, there we go. Okay, there you go. I'll send that again. Now I'll put that in the, as I said, in the PDF. The next, well, I'm still waiting for this RPR to populate. The other thing that you can do today is I used to be afraid of LinkedIn. I was afraid to, I didn't know that much about it. So I didn't know how it worked. But today we got good at it. And what we were doing pre-pandemic was we would send an email or it's called an in message, I think, in LinkedIn. And it would say to somebody that we've never met, because we have a lot of I have over 7,000 connections on LinkedIn. Most of them I never met. And so you can categorize them. I said, just give me the ones in Philadelphia. And we send an email that says, hi, I have a goal for 2020 to meet every single one of my connections on LinkedIn that live in Philadelphia. Would you like to have a 15-minute coffee? And it was I did this at the behest of my coach, and I urge everyone to have a coach or a mentor. And I was like, I am not doing that. I am not comfortable doing that. And guess what? It's extremely effective. We have like a 90% response rate on it. Today, it's even better because you don't have to meet them in person. You can say, hey, you want to have a 15-minute Zoom? I just want to find out about your business. And we employ Ford in that Zoom call, or we call it a 15-minute coffee. It could be, Zoom coffee. Ford is family, occupation, recreation, dreams. We ask them a question about one of those things to elicit some type of response. And then when the 15 minutes is up, I have an alarm and it goes off and boom, we're done. And they're like, hey, that was really neat. Can we talk again? I want to talk about real estate, or maybe I want to, so the one guy was like, I want to buy an investment property. I just had a baby and I want to buy a duplex so that by the time we pay it off, they'll be in college. And they're the kind of conversations that we have with people. And they're the kind of, they are the conversations that get us these type of emails. So I tell people that I like to, unfortunately, I do like to put a price on things because that's how we measure it, right? And so this email came on August 9th. Hi, Jack. I don't think we've ever met, but I am, an old client from 4 years ago's mother. I'm planning on buying a home in Philadelphia. And Nick, that's a guy. And looking for 2 3-bedroom, 1 2-bath. My price range is $450, prefer 4. I'm not in a hurry, live in Lansdale. So I've been out with her already. We got her pre-qualified and I've been out one time. She's not in a hurry, but we're doing it. That's if she does 400,000, that's $12,000 for Jack, 3%. That's a $12,000 email. That's how I look at that. The next one I got just the other day. Hey, Jack, how are you? Acquainted through a few mutual friends. Those are Betsy and Garth. We spoke in 16 when I was selling my house, how it comes. We're looking to buy a home. We're pre-qualified for $595, and we need to sell our house on Fitzwater Street. That whole deal is worth almost $900,000, which 3% gets me $27,000. This is called attraction rather than promotion. I didn't go out knocking these people's doors. They came to me through all my efforts on social media. All on social media. You can invest in every lead generation concept and system that is sold on the internet. And there's a guy who said that if you want to make money in real estate, you should sell stuff to realtors, because we will buy anything that makes us not have to lead generate, or that apparently, their selling technique is that this will make your lead generation woes go away. And it won't. This stuff you could use that cost you no money at all. RPR is free. LinkedIn is free. Make a video every day. Hey, folks, my name's Jack. I got my real estate license. It's the pandemic in Philadelphia. And do you know that 962 homes closed last week in Philadelphia? Call me if you're thinking about real estate. Let's have a talk. This is unbelievably effective. Unbelievably effective. I want people to get these kind of emails. We're going to sell, I don't know. I think this year might be a record in Philadelphia of what, 17,000? I don't know. I don't know if Matt's still here. Will we sell 17,000 homes this year in Philadelphia? That's amazing. There's 2,500 realtors. Do the math. Most of us are only going to sell 1 or 2 homes. We're going to sell 70. My team will sell 70 homes. What it has got me, what real estate has got me though, is it has gotten me in, because I do lead generation and I do it for other businesses. I have opened up, I had a lead generation business, right? I generate leads for other people, other businesses, not just real estate, because most people are really good at they're good at their widget, whatever that might be, but they're really bad at lead generation. They're bad at business. So we help people get business, and they pay us very well for that. I have an Airbnb company. I have an Airbnb housekeeping company that's in 9 states now, way, way, way beyond anything I ever thought. But that's all because of real estate. And I talk to people that have way bigger vision than I do. I need to surround myself with people that have a bigger vision than me. Left to my own devices, I barely treading water, and I surround myself with people that can't swim so that I feel better. And that doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I'll feel better, but I'll be poor and homeless. I mean, literally, because I know that. That's what I did 20 some years ago. And today, I am not homeless. Let's see if this email, I don't know why this hasn't come through yet. Huh. All right, I'll put the report in the emails too. All right, what other questions? Who's stuck in lead generation? Who's not lead generating or getting results from lead generating?
Got a couple questions there in the chat, Jack.
Oh, okay.
What does Ford stand for?
Ford, family, occupation, recreation, dreams.
Any tips for attracting international clients?
I haven't really thought about that. We're good at geo-farming on Facebook. So in the United States, the IRS database is about 85% of the IRS data is open in the back through API. So we look at migration patterns. We're really deep in the migration patterns of people. So let's say, as an example, a lot of my business, I am really pushing towards an all referral business. I don't want to do any transactions anymore. I don't have the patience for it. I'm good at attracting business, but doing like inspections and appraisals and all that, it just drains me. It drains me. So we're really pushing towards an all referral business. Last year we did 18 referrals to Fort Lauderdale from Pennsylvania. So from the IRS database, we can put a zip code in, and it will tell you, so the zip code in Wilton Manors, Fort Lauderdale, 33313, and I can say, give me the top 2 zip codes that moved here in the last 2 years. And it gave us this little zip code outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania called Shadyside. And 19 people in 2 years moved from Shadyside to Fort Lauderdale, to Wilton Manors in Fort Lauderdale. We found out that they were single men, over 55, retired. This is all this information that's on the IRS is not giving you numbers, it's not giving you tax returns, but it's giving the information from the tax returns. And it's not doing it for individuals, but it does it as a group. Well, guess what? We started doing Facebook ads. This is geo-farming. We did Facebook ads just to that zip code. You used to be able to put a zip code in Facebook. Now you can't. You have to actually draw the farm on a map. And we said, hey, we are the official gay relocation experts for Wilton Manors, Florida. And it was only impressed upon over 55 single men in that zip code. Click, click, click. Oh my God, oh my God, I can't believe you're the realtor. I'm trying to move to Fort Lauderdale. It's unbelievable. And guess what? I sell those leads for 50% because we get them pre-qualified and we get the buyer rep sign, a transferable buyer representation sign. And they're the 2 things that most buyer agents are absolutely petrified to ask their clients: to money up and to sign a loyalty agreement. They're afraid to do it. We do it for them. You're going to pay 50% for that. And most of the houses are in the $400,000 range down there. So, 3% of 400 is 12. I get 6,000. All they do is show them the houses. All they got to do is pick them up at the airport and show them a couple condos. It's a nice 6,000. Everybody wins. Win, win. Let's see here. Anyone else sound? Okay, yeah, missed it. So international, I guess you'd have to go a little more specific there, right? And figure out, do you want them from a certain country? And focus on that, or find out who, if you have to do research and figure out who is moving here, who's buying here. In Miami, they have a lot of international buyers. New York has a lot of international buyers. People are buying, they buy homes to park their money. They don't even live in, they don't live in them. They buy 5 condos in one building just to get their money out of their country and put it here. Some of them do it to get citizenship. That's the HB5 immigration program. Do you have to register at NAR, RPR? Well, yeah, you do. You have to sign in with your RPR, your NAR, National Association number, that 9-digit number that everybody has. Geo farming. Could we please see social media calendar? We got it. I nurture my core. It works well. Yep. Focus. Facebook did not flag your ad based on age. We have never had a problem with that. Nope. What else? Oh, wait, this one. All NAR members have, right? Family occupation dreams. Yeah, I like that. What Pam said, anything outside of my geographic, I refer out. I am not afraid of sharing the wealth, right? People want to buy a house in, I don't know, somebody called and they wanted to buy this hotel in Allentown. I was like, oh, that is not me. I'm going to do them a disservice if I do that. I really am. That's how I look at it. I want to take a listing in Allentown. It doesn't make any sense to me. Most, the big brokers have big referral networks, but it's not hard to find a referral partner somewhere, Facebook, Instagram, find that, the top producing agent there and call them. That's why I get involved. And I can't stress this enough. This work that I do here, right? This is all volunteer work, GPAR, PAR, NAR. I find so many referral partners. I do a little over $1 million a year for about a little over $1 million in sales referrals that I get inbound to me from my connections that I've made through GPAR, not so much locally, but PAR on the state level, and then NAR at the national level. Because I get involved with people, they know who I am, and they send me stuff. This is great. Tom McDevitt, percentage of your videos are real estate related. I talk about actual property, 121 Center Avenue, less than 10% of the time. It's very, very rare that you'll see a video about me, a video with me in it, that's talking about an actual property. We talk about lifestyle. We talk about freedom. We talk about the neighborhood. People buy a neighborhood, then a street, then a house. So if I want to take over Washington Square West, I do a drone. We did a drone for $200, and they did a 30-second drone video of the neighborhood. Here's the parks. Here's the neighborhood gardens. Here's the outdoor seating. Here's the gym. Here's the bikes. The bike share things. These are the things that people love to look at. These are the search terms they're putting in. Washington Square West. Oh my God. I want to score big there. So we don't talk about specific real estate a lot at all. What is Jack's contact info? Oh, that's right. I didn't tell you that, did I? Here's my email address if you want to email me and have coffee. So you look at that, Agent Jack, Agent Barry, somebody's searching. I love it. Only 20% related to real estate. Yeah, how about that? If you go, I use this when I teach the in-person class. If you open up your MLS Bright today and just do, a small neighborhood, say around your house, say, do a half mile around your house, and it'll show you how many videos there are. The National Association of Realtors says that consumers in that study, and anybody can get that study, it's online, it's in your NAR pack, in your NAR dashboard. About 87% of consumers say that video played a part in their purchase. And less than 2% of realtors use video. Guess what, people? It's like shooting camels in a barrel. It's so easy. Here's my best advice to you for video. Do not ever, under any circumstances, watch your own video. You will never make another one again, ever. Don't do it. I do no post-production work. I make the video and I hit publish or send or post. I do not go back and look at it. I don't care. I need to get people to respond to me, like I said, right? So I'll do a video. We're in Harrisburg a lot, and we run in the morning. A couple of us run, and we run over this bridge. It's the Susquehanna River. It's a very fast-moving river. We run over the bridge. I stop the video. I go, hey, folks, Jack Barry, we're out of PAR in Harrisburg, and we're running over this river. And I think this is the Nile River, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, we're here and talking. I say later, bye. I'll have 3 people be like, you idiot, that's not the Nile River. The Nile River is in Egypt. And I'm like, I won. You just put your hand up and I won. Because now you'll have other people that'll start going, oh, that Jack always does that. Ha, ha, ha. Guess what? I won. All right, what else? We're closing up here. Agree. Shoot and post. Never watch. Yes. All right, folks, we're at 11:59.
So one thing I took away from this, Jack, and we get this from you all the time, there are tools and resources that are made available via your membership.
Yes.
And what I always say when we go to orientation is that this is an active membership. It's not like you just go ahead and you submit your dues to Charlotte and then it's done and it's over with. It's these tools and resources are available to you. And some of these tools and resources you'll never use. Let's face it. Some people, it doesn't fit what they want to do. It's not your comfort level. A lot of reasons why they may not like them, but there are some super powerful tools. And one of those you just talked about, it was RPR. Yeah. People are underutilizing that tool and resource. So it's really important, folks, when messaging is coming from GPAR, PAR, or NAR, read the messages, because a lot of times we're just going ahead and we're reintroducing things that are available to you guys that you're paying for. You're paying for these things. So that is one thing to take away from what Jack is saying. But then 2, it's not just that they're available to you. Take advantage of them. Sometimes just squirrel away some time to read some of this stuff. Jack is rattling off things from PAR's consumer research that they do, right? Easy to understand. It's not hard to digest. You get a couple of little fact points. It helps you understand your industry, understands the competition. It gives you little nuggets. Guys, you need to take advantage of this stuff. And as the final takeaway from Jack is understanding yourself. When you understand yourself and what your strengths and maybe more importantly, what your weaknesses are, and you mash all that stuff together, it's just going to help you go forward. Jack is always about going forward, not backwards. It's kind of like not looking at the video. So, a lot to take in there, but very easy to take in as well. So with that, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Jack, great stuff, super solid content. Everyone that just dropped their email address in there, we will make sure that we get all the stuff out to you. We'll cut and paste all that stuff and shoot you out something within the next day to make sure that you're linked up and synced up with all this stuff. So Jack, thanks for all your service. Thanks for joining us today. Thank you to all the GPAR members for tuning in. Keep an eye on the inbox for future things. Join us Monday morning, Coffee Talk, 9 o'clock. Take care, everyone. See you, Jack.
Thanks, folks. Have a great day. Email me, jackbarry01@gmail.com if you have any questions. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.